Welcome back, trainers. So we managed to duo Lapras in our first try. Scarlet and I, one and done, and that was it. All Machamps maxed out. Counter, Dynamic Punch, all pretty good IVs. I didn't even get down to my Breloom. I was picking Breloom because the Lapras had all water moves, so it would have been not very effective. Plus, Breloom is doing more damage per second, not per se for these Machamps, but when it's completely maxed out, it was doing about 31 damage per second. So let's go ahead and check this out. Then we're going to check a few more things out right after this. Okay, looks like we beat it. Lapras is hanging out. I don't know why. There we go at 27 seconds left. Pretty nice. So that was amazing. Had my heart pounding. So a funny story is I was actually stuck in the snow right as I pulled up to this gym. So the catch screen for Lapras, unfortunately I didn't record it all because as I was trying to get unstuck, somewhere in between that process, I pushed the recording button to stop, like that little icon you see. So, sorry about that. I caught the Lapras. I have it in my thing. So, we're going to go ahead and check out those Machamps and talk about a few other things. Alrighty. So, we're going to look at my Machamps. Then we're going to take a look at all my shinies. And there's the Lapras right here. 1443. Let me see here. Simply amazing defense. Wow. It's not bad. So, yeah. Caught that Lapras. Alright. And I did get unstuck within moments. It was just temporary. And check this out. Seriously. One all around, like, nah. I caught a bunch of shinies, but none of them were good IVs. I did get a 76 one. We'll look at that here right now. Let's see. Shiny, and we're going to count them. I think it was like, I had like 23 now. Alright, so this is my best Dragonite. It's a 49% IV, which personally is cool for me because I live in Alaska, the 49th state. So I mean, I don't know. it's just a little neat for me. All right, anyway. Then we have this one, 76, which I was contemplating which one I should power up. This one, or Comet, or I have that 100, but I want to power up a shiny. So anyways, let's see. We have 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 shinies. Oh my gosh, 27 shinies. And can you look at the Dratinis? That's just insane. That's just insane. So let's go to, not recent, let's go CP. So my strongest shinies right there are going to be Gyarados, Shiny Dragonite. Well, I don't need to say that shiny, right? Gyarados, Dragonite, Aggron, Raichu, Absol, and then another Dragonite. My Diana is going to be 7th. I want to power this up, but at the same time, I want to save my Stardust. I know everybody's telling me to power this up, power that up, but if I did, I'd have low Stardust. And what's the point of hoarding it? Well, just to always be prepared. Plus, it's just an accomplishment. Just to have all that Stardust, it's like having a big bank account. You save it up. You don't just want to go and spend all of your money, right? I don't want to go and just spend all my Stardust. It's good to save and hold on to some. So, yeah, I mean, I would totally have like 15 million Stardust. Some absurd number. But what's the point? I feel like hoarding Stardust is fine. Whatever you got to do out there, you do you. But I feel like it's like hoarding bullets without a gun. Are you going to throw bullets at somebody? Oh, no, please don't hurt me. Yeah, you don't have the firepower to back it up. But you can immediately power something up and, get the firepower right there and then. My point is I could hoard more Stardust. I just don't want to because I wouldn't be able to do the duos. I wouldn't be able to do those level 3 raids back in the day. And a lot of the power up videos just to show and showcase Pokemon's strength to everybody. So with that explanation said, that's one of the reasons why I do not have a more abundant Stardust collection. Because, I mean, let me go over here. Let's take a look at how many Pokemon I've caught. Even though you just seen over there on the catch, or not the catch, but the raid lobby. So 83,448. I do believe that's the most in the state right now for Alaska. I don't hold the title for everything, not even close. Kilometers walk, not even close. So there's a lot more people ahead of me on that, and same with that, because I haven't traveled, so I haven't been able to catch any regionals other than the Farfetch that was here. Scientist, it's a lot of evolutions. I don't know if there's anybody with more than that, probably, but probably more eggs too. All I know is I'm not trying to stay ahead of the game. I'm not trying to be number one here. I'm simply playing the game at my pace, and I'm just staying at a steady level at what I'm at. That's about it. I'm not in competition with anybody, and I'm not trying to, stay ahead. I will say this, when PvP does come out, I'm going to be on that. Like, I'm not gonna be casual, like, I'm not trying to, no, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna try to be number one. Well, my area at least. Well, it's gonna be cool to travel and battle other people in other places. One day, if I'm able to ever travel, I'm gonna be stuck here for the rest of my life in Alaska. That's fine. I mean, if it is, it is. So now I'm working on this one still, only halfway. Yeah, that's okay. That vest looks pretty cool, but I mean, what can I do? I've been sitting at 150 for I don't even know how long. And let me see here. What are my rates at? 725. And then I think we're gonna go run through my whole Pokédex for the Hoenn region, because I didn't really do that, and some of you were requesting for me to do that, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. 404 legendary raids, and yeah, 4 unknowns. I don't hunt unknowns whatsoever. And there we go, beautiful. We have all gold. And anybody who wants to say, oh, I know it's not going to probably come up in the comments, but if there's people out there who want to talk, oh, he didn't have his gold before the event started. Well, let's think about this. You didn't have level 40 before legendaries came out. Yeah, there you go. Now we're thinking. All right, so let's go ahead and look at my Machamps here. Machamp, because these are the stars of the Aggron duo, of course, with the exception of one Breloom, which I'm still contemplating whether or not I should power it up. All right, so we have Brass, completely maxed out with counter and dynamic punch. This is a 100% Machamp right here. And then we have Brawl with counter dynamic punch and counter dynamic punch, Sparky Joy. I hope everything is all well with you. I have been speaking to her, not like on a continuous basis, but I reached out to her privately and she responded. So she's doing fine. She just has some things she's handling. Hopefully she'll be back soon. And we have Bodyguard here with counter dynamic punch, and then Rage Cage with counter dynamic punch. And guys, Machamp fighting type Pokemon, they're just reign supreme at the moment in Pokemon Go, because it seems like, you know, that's what you need to do a lot of these raids in the Pokemon that are in the gym. You don't necessarily need fighting types to take them out, not even close, obviously, but you know, with all the Blissey, the Snorlax, the Aggron possibly in your gym, and Chanseys, whatever else people are dropping that are weak to fighting types, then these are going to always have the advantage. I mean, counter dynamic punch, that's just beast, especially in cloudy weather. It's just monstrous. All right, so let's go ahead and go for fighting type Pokemon. Fighting. All right. And then what would I use for an Aggron raid? Well, technically what you're going to want to do is have 6 maxed out Machamps with counter dynamic punch. And I've been told in the comments the key is to get 4 dynamic punches in with each Machamp. No less. I have a feeling you can get in 3 on 1, and you might still be able to pull it off, but it's subject to circumstance. The raid boss sometimes doesn't put out his charge attack immediately, therefore you're able to do a little bit more, have a little bit more health, last a little bit longer. But on the downside of that is when they don't put off their charge moves as quick and when they're supposed to, you know, on a timely manner, your charge bar is actually not going up, which is resulting in less DPS. Yes, you're going to get knocked out quicker, but at the same time, you're going to be able to put out more DPS because your charge bars are getting filled up quicker due to getting hit by that big charge hit. See what I'm saying? That is common knowledge for raiders who raid a lot and know about that kind of stuff. So just giving a little insight there. Now I can go in with Blaziken, but the only problem is Focus Blast. It's 1 bar. You need that 2 bar. You need to continuously pump out damage immediately because it's literally going to be down to the last few seconds when we do this, if we're able to do it. I have faith. It's just a matter of chance and trial and error in how much potions and revives we want to invest in trying again, because she has the fighting power and so do I. It's just a matter of how many times we're willing to invest into this. Not only Stardust in time, but I mean, that's it basically, Stardust in time, because when you gather items, that's your time, right? All right. So we have this one, an 84% level 34 Breloom with counter dynamic punch. I do believe it's 13 in attack or 12. 2 points off from being perfect. So I can either go with this one and spend about 125,000 Stardust, okay, or I can go with this one that's 100 and spend 225,000 Stardust. For a lot of people, they're probably looking at my Stardust like, who cares? Just max out that 100. Absolutely. I totally agree. But it's I don't know how many times I've said this, but it's becoming not necessarily harder to collect Stardust, but I kind of I'm trying to hold on to it because there's a lot of eggs hatched in time. There's going to be more Pokemon coming out. Yes, this is a 100, and if I do max it out, I've been talking about it, but it's just so much Stardust, and I'm still scarred from that Gardevoir. That was a massive amount of rare candies. Was it worth it? Oh yeah. And my friend out there, I know you've been waiting for me to do a maxed out Primate. There's some guy who keeps commenting Primate. I hear you, buddy, but there's no way I'm gonna max out a Primate at this point right now. Maybe one day, but if it had like super high attack, I mean, that'd be awesome. But it's just not happening right now. So there's the rundown, okay? There are my shinies, there are my Machamps. So I do believe when we go into that Aggron, I'm going to go with those Machamps that you see at the top, and then this Breloom right here. I just feel like if I power this one up, I should just power the other one up. So much indecisiveness. Okay, all right, that's enough of that. Anyways, with that said, hopefully you guys were able to have a good time yesterday with Community Day. And, oh, one more thing. Let's talk about this. What do you think is going to be the next shiny Pokemon? The next Community Day Pokemon that is going to be shiny. I personally think it's going to be, just a guess. I'm throwing rocks in the dark over here, okay? It's going to be one of the Gen 3, or I'm sorry, one of the Gen 1 starters. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. Now, I personally would love to see Charmander introduced so we can get that black Charizard shiny. Woo-wee! Could you imagine? That black Charizard looks really cool. That is a special shiny right there because you go from orange to black. I personally really love that. So with that said, thank you for watching, everybody. Be safe out there, stay warm, and I'll be catching you all later. Take care.